Boeing shares long list of tests and simulations it has run to bring crew home on Starliner. Starliner's thruster during a ground test. According to Boeing, this heat map shows no anomalies. Image, NASA. In a late-night press release after insider sources shared with multiple publications that NASA is undecided on whether to use its Starliner spacecraft to bring astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams home, Boeing has upped the stakes by publicly releasing the list of major actions it has taken to convince the space agency that the ship is ready to fly crew home. Starliner, which has been docked to the ISS since June, is currently in the public eye after NASA and Boeing ran extensive tests on the ship to ensure its thrusters and helium systems will perform without placing either the astronauts or the space station in harm once it undocks for its return journey. Boeing's confidence remains high for returning crew to Earth on Starliner. The tail end of the current week was an interesting day for the controversy surrounding Starliner's return, as after a scintillating report from Ars Technica quoted two sources who believed that it was more likely than not that SpaceX's Crew Dragon would end up bringing Williams and Wilmore home. This report was followed by CNBC quoting an anonymous source to add that NASA had been in deep discussions to decide whether to stick with the original plan or switch to SpaceX's Crew Dragon. SpaceX's Starship is so big NASA is worried it'll affect Lunar Space Station's orbit. NASA, for its part, hadn't made any decisions until noon. In a press conference for the agency's upcoming cargo launch on SpaceX's Falcon 9, currently scheduled tomorrow, it was revealed that the spacecraft, Northrop Grumman Cygnus, was not taking spacesuits to space for the astronauts. Crew that fly in SpaceX's Crew Dragon need to use SpaceX's custom-made suits that are custom-fitted for each astronaut. Now, late in the evening today, Boeing shared a list of tests that it has run on Starliner and on the ground as part of its work to help NASA decide the astronauts' return journey. According to the company, these tests include a hot fire test of the thrusters before the ship docked to the ISS, 2 subsequent hot fire tests, including one this weekend, computer model simulations to outline scenarios that the crew could experience during return, an undocking simulation with the crew and ground teams, and ground tests using a new thruster. Considering these tests and simulations, Boeing remains confident in the Starliner spacecraft and its ability to return safely with crew, with the data also supporting root cause assessments, according to the company. What precipitated a late evening release by Boeing is uncertain. A detailed release, such as this one, could indicate that NASA remains hesitant to move ahead and bring the crew home on Starliner. It could also indicate that Boeing is eager to control the narrative of its spaceship, which has already suffered from multi-year delays and racked up financial losses. NASA, for its part, hopes to share more information for Starliner next week, including details for an agency review that will decide the ship's, and its crew's, fate.